Okay, so we're out here harvesting some wild lemon balm, and I have a lot of yarrow that is up on the property too. So in a little bit, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna harvest a bunch of that. But I wanted to show you what lemon balm looks like. See that? It looks a lot like mint, and it's part of the mint family, and it turns out that it's really good tea. And so we've been finding it all over the place, and so we thought that we would go ahead and pick some, and then we're going to try and make some tea out of it. And yarrow is actually a really good medicinal tea as well. So, and I have acres of yarrow, so we're going to pick some of that too, and then I'm going to share all of this with you. So this is a whole hillside, you can see, that's growing just wild lemon balm. And so I'm just gonna snip it down here a little bit. You'll see that. I'm putting it in here. And I don't want to cut all of it because you want to make sure that it is sustaining, right? So we're just gonna cut little bits here and there out of each little section. So that way it'll continue to grow in future years. So I'm going to show you how to identify wild lemon balm if you're out foraging. It looks just like a mint plant. You can kind of see how it's looks just like a mint plant and kind of feels very velvety, soft. That's the plant. And then the stem is square. So when you roll it in your fingers, you can tell that it's square. Porter, why don't you go ahead and cut this piece off right here, and then we can show them. So cut it off right down there. There you go. So that'll be one of the cuttings, and then you guys can see here how the stem is square. So that's how you can identify lemon balm. So then another way to identify, to confirm that it's lemon balm, is if you rub the leaf really well between your fingers and then smell it, it'll smell very lemony. It smells, and I don't even have, I'm still, what am I, 9 months out, 10 months out from COVID now, and pretty much can't smell much of anything. But this is actually strong. I can smell this, and it smells really good. It smells like lemon, kind of like a lemon head, like a lemon candy. It smells really good. I'm excited to put this in my tea. You can eat it raw too. You can put it in your salad and add a little bit to your salads. So I'm going to use some of it fresh, and then I'm going to dry it by hanging it upside down to dry, and then that way I will have some all winter. Here's all of our lemon balm we got picked. Isn't it pretty? It's beautiful.
It's really bright green.
It looks pretty just sitting in the bucket. Yeah. So we got quite a bit of lemon balm, and I barely touched the plants. I mean, we still have a whole hillside full of it, so we didn't even have to harvest very much. But this should give me quite a bit. And now we're gonna go and cut down some yarrow. All right. So this is yarrow. You've probably seen it. It kind of grows abundantly most places. I use it in my flower bouquets all the time. It's so pretty in a flower bouquet, but it also is a great medicinal tea. So it'll help with colds and flus and toothaches. It's great to use as a paste on toothaches, all sorts of things. So if you want to get on and Google uses of yarrow, you'll find it's got an abundance of uses. So, and I've got an abundance of it growing. There's patches everywhere. We got a patch here. We've got the whole hillside over there. This whole hillside. It's all kind of fallen down from so much rain now. And then when we go up on the top up there, that whole hillside up at the top is covered in yarrow. So we're gonna just cut some of it down because, like, again, we want to make sure it's sustaining, and we don't want to cut all of it. So we're just gonna cut pieces out of each section and get us enough. You can, like Calvin said, you can eat it raw. It's pretty bitter raw, and so even in tea they say to put some honey with it. It can be added to salad, which I think would make your salad look really pretty. So
it's portable. It's already full.
We're just gonna cut the pieces right off the top because we're not going to use very much
series on.
Series on. We're not going to use very much of the stem, so we're not going to cut them very long just for this. For when I put them in bouquets, I cut them super long, but we're just going to use these top pieces. But cut it this long, it'll give me enough to hang it and dry it.
What happened to the bucket?
The bucket's right behind you, buddy.
Oh.
All right. We'll talk to you again in a bit. So I'm going to help teach you guys a little bit about how to identify yarrow. First, the biggest identifier is the clusters of flowers. These little clusters, like little miniature daisies. They grow in clusters. They grow pretty tall on a very woody stalk. And then the leaves are like little ferns. They're like super lacy little ferns. And you can see like these bigger ones down here at the base.
There's one right here that's pretty big.
Yeah, there you go. It's a really lacy type of a fern leaf.
Which is just like on this one. A lot of.
Yep, and so that's how you can identify yarrow. All right, so here's our bounty. We got quite a bit of yarrow and lemon balm.
Lemon balm.
And we're just gonna rinse it off real quick. We don't spray anything on our land or anything. This is just growing organically wild. Yeah, we don't put anything on it, but we want to get the dirt off. We want to get the bugs off. So just rinse it all really good. And then when we're done rinsing, we will pull the leaves off, or we'll actually hang it up. The stuff we're gonna have fresh, we'll pull the leaves off. The stuff that I'm gonna dry, we will just string up and let hang. It's actually supposed to stop raining for a while this week, and so it can actually get pretty nice. So hopefully I can just hang it and let it dry, and in a week or so, we'll be able to grind it up. All right, so we got everything washed up, and I've been tying them into little bundles. And I actually didn't have any string, and so I'm big on using what we have if I can and improvising. So I had some rope, I had some nylon rope, so I sat here and unbraided a nice little section of rope and gave myself a bunch of string. And so we're stringing these up, hanging them up to dry. And today is supposed to be our last day of cold, wet, rainy weather. We've had a lot of that for the last 2 months, but today is supposed to be our last day for a while, and it's supposed to warm up and dry out for about a week or so. So hopefully all of these will get dry. Don't they look cute hanging up there? I think they look super cute up there.
Especially when the sun shines on them.
Yeah, and then these ones here, I've got one little bundle of the lemon balm left. I'm gonna go make myself a cup of fresh tea right now. All right, so we have been steeping the lemon balm leaves in water for about 5-10 minutes. You can see it changing color, and it looks really good. And I can't smell this, but everybody in the house says that the house smells very, very lemony. It smells really good. So I add a little bit of sugar because I can't put any honey in it because I don't have any honey with me right now. So I just added a little bit of sugar to sweeten it up, help with the little bitterness. And I'm gonna put it in my cup and have myself some tea.